Hey beauties, it's Hope from Hope's Beauty Bar, and today we're going to talk about hair. Hair has been a big topic lately, I feel like, in a lot of my groups that I'm part of, and in everyday life, people have been talking about hair and haircuts and how to keep their hair healthy. And so today I thought that I would come to you and share with you my new haircut. So here's my hair. I had cut off 12 inches, maybe even a little bit more. And every time that you get a haircut, I feel like it's a great opportunity to try to start over with your hair and get it back to its optimal health. So I didn't cut my hair because it was unhealthy, but I mostly cut it because I had been cutting the split ends off myself and it was losing shape and it was just starting to look drab and dull. And after 5 years of growing it, I was totally ready for a change. My son is about to be 4 and we're starting to get into things like gymnastics, and soon he'll go to preschool, and I just needed a haircut that wasn't too mom, but wasn't too out there too, and too hard to style. So I needed something that was really simple and easy, and I could basically wash and go if I wanted to, or straighten. So I had it cut last Monday, and today is Wednesday, and a week went by, and then I washed it, and this was washed on Monday, and today is Wednesday. So 3 days ago I washed it, and I straightened it when I washed it, and then I straightened it again today. So yesterday I just let it do whatever it wanted. And today I straightened it again, just a little bit on the ends really is all it needed, and it's easy to maintain and easy to style. The other part that I wanted to share with you of this video is how I maintain the health of my hair, because I know that it can be really challenging with all the products that were shown every day on TV or in magazines or at the beauty supply stores or at the store, or when you go and get your hair cut, when you go to the beauty supply or the beauty salon and you have all this stuff shown to you and thrown at you and, oh, you should try this, you should try that. And I know it can be really complicated and hard. And so this isn't me telling you this is what you should do and this is what works. I'm not a hairdresser. I'm a makeup artist. So there's similar in certain ways when it comes to the way that your hair works and the way that your skin works are somewhat similar, but it's not the same. And I never went to school for that, so I really don't know anything about hair technically. But I do know what works for me, and I know it has worked for my platinum blonde bleached hair for 10 years. That's right, it's bleached. Shh, in case somebody doesn't know, it's not natural. You know, that's the thing. I damage my hair, I bleach it, I get it bleached every 4 to 6 weeks, and it definitely shows damage because it's bleached. I'm putting bleach and a 40 proof volume lifter, whatever it is that she does. My hairdresser is amazing at bleach, and I just trust her and let her do it. But that, like I said, I don't know anything about hair or color, but I do know that we damage it, and I know that it splits and it gets fried, and the little pieces around the front really show the most damage, and I have to baby them. So this is what works for me, and it may work for you. If you're finding that your hair is dry and damaged and you've tried everything and you can't repair it and you don't know what to do, then maybe this will work for you. Keep watching and we'll see. The number one thing that I do is I don't wash it with shampoo. That's right, I don't use shampoo. I also don't use the no poo method, which is baking soda and vinegar. I tried it and it's not so bad. For me, my hair is too bleached and processed. It needs more moisture. So what works for me is co-washing. And I love my Suave Tropical Coconut conditioner for co-washing. This is so hydrating that I can leave it in for a period of time to get an extra boost of moisture if I want. So I can co-wash it, leave it in for 3 to 5 minutes while in the shower. If you don't know what co-washing is and you're thinking, oh, what? This is a different language, then go and watch my co-washing video, because I have a whole video dedicated to that, and then come back and watch this. Or keep watching this and then watch the co-washing video, because there's other parts that don't have to do with co-washing. I'm a rambler today. This is my 3rd video, so this is super hydrating. I can leave it on, like I said, 3 to 5 minutes, or I can leave it on for an hour, 2 hours, or overnight, and I'm just going to get more moisture out of it. There's no silicones in this, and that is the biggest part of using a conditioner for co-washing, and I go through all that in my co-washing video, so definitely look at that. I do want to mention something I didn't mention in that video, which is silicone, dimethicone, anything with a cone is the same thing, so get that out of your conditioner. It's not just silicone, it's anything with a cone. They like to trick you. So get those out of your products, out of your serums, out of your styling products, out of your co-washing conditioners. I don't even use a serum. So what I do is I wash my hair with my co-wash. I did this on Monday. I then got out of the shower. It really depends. I did not do this time because we just cut the ends off and they're super healthy. But if my hair when it was longer and a little bit more dry at the ends, I would take a little tiny, about a pea size amount of this and work it into wet hands and then work it into the ends of my hair. And that would be my leave-in conditioner. Then I get out of the shower and I wrap my hair in 100% cotton towel. The reason I don't use terry cloth is because the weave in terry cloth is a lot bigger. It's going to be more like this, and your hair can get stuck in those little holes and get broken off, which is going to cause dry, frizzy, and more damaged hair. The weave of cotton is closer to this, so there is not a hole for you to get your hair stuck in. It's denser. It's a denser weave, so you cannot get your hair stuck in those fibers. That way it's not going to break off or get damaged. It also helps to pull moisture out without pulling any oils off of your hair, which terry cloth does. So it's retaining the hydrating oils while taking the moisture and the water off. I like to use 100% cotton t-shirts. I use my husband's t-shirts. Usually I use his old t-shirts. Sometimes I can't get one because they're all been used and dirty, so I just use one out of the closet. Shh. He gets a little mad. He's like, is that on your hair? Why is my shirt on your hair? And I'm like, it's all right. It's just water. Don't. Men. So if your husband's like that and he's going to get all like crazy about it, then just go out and buy your own shirts or do what I do and just laugh at it. The second thing that I do is once it's dried about 50 to 75%, I take either my coconut oil or my argan oil, just depending on what's closer in my house. This is a little more hydrating. This is a little more lightweight. This absorbs into the hair quicker, and this lasts a little bit longer with an oily finish, but it does absorb. So that's kind of where I go with it too. If I'm going to be leaving the house really quick and I can't really let anything absorb, then I just take a little bit of this over my dry hair and work it in. But for wet hair, this is really nice if your hair is a little bit drier. I mix them a lot of the times too. Take a little tiny bit. You want to start with about a pearl size amount or half of that if your hair is as short as mine is, and rub it into your hands and then work it into the front dry pieces. This piece is really dry for me, so I tend to work the whole thing with oil, but I work it all the way into the ends and pull it forward, work it into the ends, pull it to the other side, work it into the ends, and then I like to work it all over my hands, work it into my fingers, and then kind of pull over certain pieces. And I don't really work it into the root because then it will weigh it down too much. And that's when my hair is about 50 to 75% dry. That way it still has a little bit of water, and the water and the oil will mix together and seal into my hair, creating more moisture and retaining more of the oil. The other thing that's really nice about doing oil in your hair is that you're getting an oil treatment while you're doing it. So you're not putting a silicone or something else on your hair that's damaging your hair, and then you have to wash it out and retreat it and rehydrate it. You're actually continuing the health of your hair from the first process, which is washing your hair with a conditioner. You're conditioning your hair, and then you're adding more oils to condition your hair. So the next thing I do is on my days when I don't wash my hair, I have a bit of a cowlick in the back. And so I like to use the Honest Company conditioning spray, detangling spray. It smells like orange vanilla. And I just spray a little tiny bit in the back. And then I take my brush that's made for wet hair that I got at Ross for $4. And I just kind of, oh, it smells so good. And I just brush that through. If it's really bad because I just woke up or something, then I'll kind of like tease through it a little bit and work it out. Just a little bit to get, it gets like a wave in it. My mom has the same thing. Thanks for the genetics. I love everything else, but that's gotta go. So that I love. The other thing that is really, really important is your styling tools. I broke my hairdryer about 6 years ago, and I never invested in a new one because I realized it was just damaging my hair anyway. So even when my hair was long, I put it up in that towel, I let it dry to 50 to 75%, and then I put the oil in and I let it dry again. I don't use a hairdryer. I do use a straightening iron on the days where I know I'm going to be going out. So if I wash my hair like on Monday and I know that I'm going to be, say, filming videos or going out and doing stuff tomorrow, I have gymnastics with my son, then I will straighten my hair because it will stay like this for a few days. Like I said, I did this Monday. I straightened the ends today and a little bit in the back, and this is Wednesday. So it will stay like this for quite a while, which is nice. And I don't have to use that much heat on it. I just sort of brush through with the straightening iron, and then I comb through it so it makes it stick straight like this. I'm not applying a lot of heat and for long periods of time. That helps keep it healthy as well. Also, the coconut oil is going to also help as a heat protectant. So I don't spray my hair with a heat protectant because I don't like the way that those feel. I don't like the way hairspray feels. I don't like any of that. So the coconut oil does help a little bit with that. Not as much if I'm curling it or something like that, but if I'm straightening it, then yeah, I definitely like to add a little bit more coconut oil and then straighten the ends. And that helps to seal it in, give it a deep coconut hydrating treatment, and it also helps to repel any extra heat damage that might happen to my hair. So the last thing I'm going to talk to you guys about is brushes. And I was never big on brushing my hair when my hair was short the first time, which was about 6 or 7 years ago, because I could just sort of like do this and like rough it through in the morning and it would be totally fine. I might take a comb to it, but really it was not a big deal. But really you need to brush your hair, and you shouldn't brush your hair when it's wet unless you have a special brush like I do for wet hair. But when it is dry, something that I really love and I think that everybody should invest in is a boar hair bristle brush. And I'm sorry, there's probably a little hair in there. But the great thing about a boar's hair bristle brush is that the hairs are natural. They're a boar's hair, which is wild boar, pig. And because they are natural, they will take the oils from the top of your hair and they will help to pull them and distribute them evenly throughout the ends of your hair. And that's really, really healthy and hydrating for your hair. Most people will get really oily up in their scalp and tend to stay somewhat drier down at the base and down towards the ends. For me, this is absolutely the way my hair works. I get a little bit oily right up in the scalp, not too bad, but just a little bit oily in the scalp, and the rest of my hair gets really dry. So I have to put oil in my hair every day, in the ends at least, just to keep it hydrated. This helps so much with that. You take your hair and you just brush it through, and you want to work it in every direction. So first I'm going to brush it this way, and I'm going to brush this section this way, and then I'm going to take this part, and it doesn't have to be perfect parts, but basically what you want to do is just get all the oils from your scalp down to the base of your hair. And that's what's great about a boar's hair bristle brush. So I got mine from Amazon, believe it or not, and I want to say it was $15. You can pick these up anywhere from like $9, I want to say up until like $60, $75, depending on what you get. Mine is a little bit denser. It is a little harder to get through all the layers at one stroke, which is why I like to break it up and work it like this. But it's a little sharper too, so you want to be careful. Just look around and try to find one that you like. Ask your hairdresser, maybe they have one that they can recommend to you. But I would definitely recommend those things. So stop washing your hair with shampoo. Put oil in your hair. Don't be afraid of oil. 3, get rid of your hot styling tools as much as possible. Try to go a la natural as much as possible. The great thing is that this time of day and age that we're living in, we're getting to be a little bit more natural, and that's a beautiful thing for the health of our hair and our skin. We're starting to learn to kind of accept that natural beauty around us, and that's beautiful for women because we really need that in society right now. I think we need to know that it's okay to walk out with your hair a little bit out of place and wavy on one side and straight on the other and maybe curly and crazy. It's okay because that's beautiful. That's who you are, and that's totally fine. So be okay with your natural self and get rid of some of those styling tools. And if somebody says something, who cares? Just tell them, you know what? That's all right. I'm comfortable with it and I love it. So that's definitely something that will help with your hair, is just accepting what it is naturally and going with it and loving it. And I think co-washing will help. It will tame frizziness. And so if you have curly hair and you don't wear it normally curly or its natural state because it gets frizzy, then this will help to define those curls and make it look something that maybe you're more comfortable with. And the last thing is take care of your hair and brush it. There is something to be said about 100 strokes a day. And none of us have time to do 100 strokes a day and count it out, but we definitely can do that while we're sitting there watching TV or waiting for our kids in the car line, if that's what you're doing because your kids are school age. You can definitely find time to just go through and brush your hair a couple times a day. Keep it in your bag, figure it out. It'll definitely give you a little more lift too. So I hope that you like this video. I hope that you guys like my new haircut, and if you don't, that's okay. It'll change again soon at some point, I'm sure. And I hope that you learned something. Please thumbs up this video if you liked it, because that means that I'll make more hair videos. If you didn't like it, then that's cool too. And you can let me know that in a comment. If you don't say anything, then I don't know. So the best part about YouTube is that we do have the thumbs up and the thumbs down in the comments. So you guys can reach out to me. You can tell me your feelings and what you think. And I do try to get on there a couple times a week and respond to everybody. I will do a tech video soon because I don't have a computer. So how do I do YouTube? Yeah, I'll tell you guys about that. So that's a little challenging sometimes, and that's why I don't always get on to respond as quickly to my blog or to my YouTube channel as I want to. But soon that will happen more often because I'm hoping that I will get my computer fixed and get a new computer. But I will do a tech video soon and let you guys know about that. So thanks for watching, and like I said, I hope you learned something. Subscribe, thumbs up, subscribe, share, let your friends know. If you know somebody with platinum blonde hair or wants to go platinum blonde, share this video because it will truly save their hair. I've had a lot of people over 10 years, I was going to say my whole life, but pretty much over 10 years, which has felt like a lifetime, that have asked me, who does your hair? Where do you get your hair done? How can I go platinum? Why isn't my hair as healthy as yours when I'm platinum? How do you do that? So here's my secrets. Here's my tricks. There you go. Enjoy, ladies.